was Rachel Maddow who called Pennsylvania in real time.
And it was really,
and yes,
she had to, and she had to do it.
She had to. Oh man, she hated it so much, you guys.
So great, you guys.
Behold.
News has a projection to make in the presidential contest in the swing state of Pennsylvania. NBC News now projects that that presidential contest has been won by Donald Trump. Now, I believe that means that we are at a 266 electoral vote count for Donald Trump. Kamala Harris had 194 electoral votes. So to be clear here, this is the third of the 7 major swing states that have been called. But Georgia and North Carolina and Pennsylvania, as those 3 states, presents an almost unless there's it presents an insurmountable future here for Kamala Harris and for the Democratic ticket.
Yep. Death rattle. Death rattle. God bless her. Take your vitamins, Rachel. Take your vitamins. Just eat them. Eat them.
It's just so
William in Texas said, I need this in my ringtone. It's so great.
It's so great. And then your favorite, Nicole Wallace.
Oh, yeah.
Polls with the country that you have and the country we have lives in 2 totally separated information ecosystems. Whatever happens, we'll have to really understand the information consumption that young men have and why they think that the economy will be better under Donald Trump when it never was.
It's like she's melting down.
Right?
In real time. It was so glorious to watch that in real time. Complete meltdown. Yeah.
And Stephanie Ruhle, who was also on that same panel, I believe, she was talking about this sort of realignment and that's happened because there's been a shift demographically in support for Trump. And so she addressed that.
It's all said and done. What you're going to see is a huge divide over people who are college educated and not college educated. And if that is the case, what is different is that you could be seeing a realignment about the base of each party. And there are warning signs for everybody here. But if the working class, non-college educated voter is now increasingly a Republican voter, Democrats have to rethink the way in which they sell their policies that absolutely benefit working class Americans and in a targeted fashion.
Some of us are college educated. So, hey, some of us have really useless degrees. I mean, some of us have really useless master's degrees too, but some of us are college educated. So I find it interesting that, we're banding together. Really, I think what they need to understand is that we are the party of common sense. Doesn't matter if we have degrees or not. We don't give a shit. We just have common sense and y'all don't. So there's that. That's the common denominator. You guys don't get it. Sorry, you don't understand that, lady.
This is the clip that was the most delicious from Anderson and Jake together, because this is the moment where Jake Tapper realized that Kamala did not outperform Biden anywhere on anything.
Right.
You asked, are there any places that the vice president is overperforming Joe Biden in 2020? So we could show you that as well. We just bring that out here. Harris overperforming in 2020.
Holy smokes.
There you go. So let this go away and see if there's anything on the east side there.
Literally nothing?
Literally nothing.
Literally not one count?
Literally.
Not
Literally.
a single one.
And they're like, it's like the whole like hangover scene where Bradley Cooper's like, we effed up. That's literally like Nancy Pelosi and all the people and Obama and everybody right now. They're looking at each other like, we effed up. Because they think that Americans are so stupid. They really do. And they put Kamala there, who is a complete puppet, a vapid, soulless shell of a human. And they're like, oh, they'll totally, like, they hated her 5 minutes ago, but if we tell them, they'll love her, which a lot of people did, because a lot of people are stupid in this country, but we're not. And independents aren't.
There were enough of us. I know this is a stressful time, which is why this is what you need, you guys. If you do not have this on hand, get it immediately. Have it with you for the rest of this election cycle, which is likely to last and last and last. This is Healthy Cell's Calm Mood. It's a non-drowsy formula. So really, it's not about like helping you go to sleep. It's about keeping you chill no matter what's going on in the world.
It's
right?
good stuff. It is really good
It's
stuff.
good stuff. Listen to what it's got. It's got mood-supporting ingredients that include ashwagandha, L-theanine, GABA, 5-HTP, saffron, magnesium, B vitamins, vitamin D. It tastes like a berry lemon flavor. So it's super yummy, as are all of the gel packs from Healthy Cell. That's what makes them a delight to take. You're not choking down a big giant tablet and worrying, is this even getting absorbed into my body? These absorb 165% better than any of the pills, capsules, or tablets that you're going to take. And they've got not just Calm Mood, which is fantastic for stressful times, but they've got other products which help you no matter what your health needs are, whatever health needs you want to support, whether it's joint and mobility, whether it's sleep, because there's REM sleep that's totally different than this Calm Mood. There's just your daily vitamins that they've got the bioactive multivitamin. They've got the vegan essentials if you like that extra kick of B12. So many different products to help you. The hair, skin, and nails, which is also amazing. So if you go to healthycell.com/chicks, use promo code chicks, you will get 20% off of your first order. So now's a great time to try some Calm Mood from healthycell.com/chicks. And, you know, credit to any fellow woman who saw through the bull crap and knew better than to vote for that idiot as the first woman president. Thank God that didn't happen.
Thank God.
There's some analysis, too, about her performance with women, which was not great.
The final poll.
Very similar to that. This gender gap is dead normal. It's almost exactly the average gender gap we've seen in exit polls since 1996. And women are more apt by about 10 points to be Democrats than men, and therefore to vote that way. So it's a typical gender gap. What's interesting, though, is that Harris's number among women was a few points, 3 or so points, off of Joe Biden's.
So she did worse among women than Joe Biden?
Yep.
I mean, that's an astounding.
Those are the final exit poll numbers, or are we going to have final numbers?
Oh, they'll be tweaking it well into the morning.
Yeah, well into the morning.
She did 2 points worse than Joe Biden did in 2020 with the female voters.
Yeah. Suck on that. And you know why? Because a lot of women, they're the ones who control the purse strings in the family. They're the ones who are concerned about, listen, we're concerned about other things besides abortion. It's insulting. And that's all they had in their playbook. That's it. Reproductive rights. Oh my God, shut up. There's so much other stuff going on, you losers. God.
So prior to the result being called officially, Joy Reid was so mad about the idea that Black men were supporting Trump in any greater numbers than they ever had. I don't know what happened with this download. For some reason, there's only sound. So you're just going to see a blank screen for a minute, but just listen to what she says. And she so believes it. You know, she believes so much that she's right. And she's going to get a rude awakening. Here is Joy.
Realignment thing. One place, and I would actually like to put this narrative to bed, maybe forever. One place there's not going to be realignment, Black men. Every 4 years, I go through the ritual.
See your face?
No, I just got done. I just got done saying.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay,
that there's not. It's only
there's no audio. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So here, I'll restart it. Because she's talking about, she's very sure of herself about Black men.
All right, just don't expect
in 2020 with the female voters.
Yeah. I was just going to say on the realignment thing, one place, and I would actually like to put this narrative to bed, maybe forever. One place there's not going to be realignment, Black men. Every 4 years, I go through the ritual of having to talk down, the sort of world that wants to say that Black men are just realigning and they're all going to run to Donald Trump. There is literally no difference in the exit polls. A 1 point difference is not a difference at all between where Black men were in 2020 and where they are in 2024. It's not Black men. They are not the ones shifting. What you're seeing are shifts among Latino voters, for sure. But you are not seeing shifts among Black men. Please stop saying Black men.
Why?
So,
I mean, but you are seeing a shift.
Well, that was just when there were exit polls, right? But you heard how sure of herself she was.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
So then this is what actually happened.
Vote cast has Trump winning 23% of black men.
That's staggering.
Wait, what's it?
Yeah, it's staggering.
Nationwide, I'm sorry to hear what you said.
Where's that from?
AP vote cast.
And that had
Okay, Joy. So do you want to change your stance on that? Because that is staggering.
I know. I just love that. I didn't go back to find out what she said after the fact, but that was super enjoyable.
She'll probably have more to say about that this week.
Oh, I'm sure she'll have a lot to say.
Uh-huh. And she'll probably reprimand them.
She might, because that worked really well with when Obama did it.
Right. Totally. Without question. Black men love to be talked down to, especially by women. Yeah.
It's their favorite. Do that, Joy.
Just men in general.
Just do it.
Men in general love being barked at by women. They love it. Right, men?
Earlier, because when I woke up at 3, the only there were 2 places that had called the presidency for Trump, and it was the Decision Desk headquarters and Fox. And AP, New York Times, like CNN, all these other places were holding out, even though it was clear, like Trump's lead in the other swing states was big enough that they could have called it, but they just did not want to. And so Jake Tapper, you're going to hear him being angry that Trump celebrated too early for his taste. It was too early.
Donald Trump taking a victory lap of sorts. I do not think that, as far as I know, any major news organization has declared him to be the victor, but it certainly seems that he is on his way.
Yeah, he is. Get over it. Cry harder. Just cry harder, Jake. God, these liberals, man. I'm enjoying this so much. It really, and you know what? We deserve it. You guys,
we do. We
deserve
all
it.
do.
It's like a victory spa day, and we've earned it. Okay? We've earned our victory spa day.
We really, really have.
Yeah, we have. We've been through some stuff over the past 4 years, and we need to be rubbed in victory. We need to be massaged in it. Everybody needs to massage themselves in victory today.
Seriously, soak it up. Soak it up.
Yes.
And then just rewind in your mind to the very beginning of this like part of the show when we started showing all these media types. Remember the very first clip that we showed was Jen Psaki being all like, there really needs to be sort of a come to Jesus about social media platforms being allowed to say things, right?
Yeah, censorship. She wants to censor people. Right.
Remember?
Mm-hmm.
So this is her now.
Big, huge part of the story that it's hard to even digest fully at this moment. But you have Elon Musk, who owns Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it these days, X, who is a disinformation propagandist and now has could potentially have a direct line to the Oval Office.
Eat it, Jen. Eat it. Hard.
And then swallow and digest it. Swallow it, Jen.